Hey everybody, this is Perch. Hope you're doing well. How are you doing, by the way? You doing good? Yeah? Are you living in a place that's 105 right now? You're not. Well, you're probably doing pretty good. You're doing better than me, anyway. I know. You moved down to Texas and you bitch about the heat. It's not exactly fair. Anyway, let's see what's in the old mailbag for old man Perch. Here we got, let's see, what's this one? It says, Dear YouTuber, how are you, YouTuber? I like how they use they don't use my name, but they say YouTuber. I am a YouTuber. How are you, YouTuber? I am interested to hear about you, YouTuber. Okay, let's hear what they have to say. We have a proposal for you. Listen. I like we have a proposal for you, comma, listen. Listen. You better listen. Anyway, it says proposal for mutually beneficial cooperation between YouTube and Diablo Immortal. Oh, okay. I've heard of Diablo. I'm assuming that's some kind of game that I know and not some weird sex toy, but we'll find out, right? And by the way, if it's a cooperation between YouTube and Diablo, well, how am I involved? I'm neither YouTube nor Diablo. So what am I doing here? I'm just the guy who gets peed on in this instance. Anyway, we'll continue. It says Diablo Immortal. Oh, good. They're going to explain. Is a computer game. Oh, thank God. In the action, RPG, and hack and slash genres of the Diablo series being developed as an online game for mobile devices by Blizzard Studios and NetEase. Like, this is a totally legitimate real mail. We want to prove to you that it's legitimate and real and not a scam by letting you know the exact Wikipedia history of Diablo Immortal. Okay, we'll continue. Oh, we got some more details here. The game was announced in 2018 and is scheduled for release on Android, iOS, and Windows on June 2, 2022. That's weird because I think it's the end of July right now when I'm recording this. But okay, I hope you made your release date. Shit, did it work? Are people buying it? I hope so. All right, that paragraph was copied on Wikipedia. Anyway, we continue with the mail. Let's see what the exciting business proposition is for Old Perch. It says Diablo Immortal team is interested. The entire team, wow, is interested in your channel due to the specifics of its content. Drunken asshole recording while driving in the car. Well, thank God it's appealing to somebody. All right. We are prepared to discuss publishing a series of our commercials on your social networks. Oh, shit. This is going to go on my videos and on my Twitter and my Instagram, too? I'm going to be rich. I don't know why I've been sucking up to you assholes all this time. Hey, viewer, piss off. I don't need you. I've got Diablo Immortal. Has got my back now. So I don't need any of you. All right, let's see what else this is. I'm happy to answer any questions regarding proposal. By the way, I'm not missing words intentionally. I'm reading it as it's written. For more details about the proposal, reply to letter. Our WhatsApp number is 976-989-47720. Sincerely, Diablo team. The entire team wrote this. That's awesome. Okay. Well, there we go. Thank you, Linny Lynn, who provided this amazing Diablo Immortal offer. I am very interested in taking your money. And to prove it, I'm going to give you a free ad right now. Here we go. You ready? Are you interested in playing games on your mobile device that may be an Android, iOS, or Windows device after 2018? Well, then look no farther than Diablo Immortal, the game of choice by the Perch channel. Every single day, whether we are clothed or naked, we are playing Diablo Immortal. I am so excited about this game, I cannot begin to tell you. It is all I think about each day, every day. If I could sell my children to play more Diablo Immortal, I absolutely would. God bless Diablo Immortal. You are a true champion, and fuck all the other games. Diablo Immortal, better than Arby's. There you go. See? Free ad. That was a free ad for you. Okay. Well, let's get to actual mail from real people. Here we go. Let's get to one that is talking about Canon here. It says, Hey, Perch. I've listened to some of your videos you've done in the past discussing the strange fascination some people have with the term Canon. How a while ago there's this ongoing use of people saying, this happened, it's Canon now. Over the last 10 years or so, I think more and more fans have been shifting to headcanon just selectively picking and choosing what they deem is canon. That is true. Now, in fairness to those fans, what else are you supposed to do? Like, the comics themselves regularly contradict each other, randomly insert canon here or there, everywhere. Like, it makes no sense. You'd be a schizophrenic maniac if you tried to consolidate everything that was happening into one linear kind of story. So it makes no sense. It's why the DC multi-omniverse, what is it, the Beyondverse? What was their thing? The not the Eververse. I don't. Anyway, whatever their recent verse is basically like everything matters all at once, simultaneously. All the stories matter. It was a very wonderful meta commentary by Scott Snyder to go. Everything counts. All the writers are bright, shiny, unique snowflakes that have done amazing work. And we care about all of them. Not that one guy who killed his wife with a hammer, but all the rest of them. We care about all the rest of them. They're all real. They all happen, except that one comic where the bat dick was shown. Not that one. But the rest of them all happened. All of them. Every single, maybe not that one where Power Girl was talking about her boob window and it was a hole in her soul or anything else, and then she had implants, and then we all forgot about that. Not that one, but all the rest of them. Well, maybe not Wonder Woman being a bondage servant back in the the early days where she liked to be tied up. Not that one, but all the rest count. Everything else counts. Everything counts. Not the rapes, but the other stuff all counts. Yeah. What are you supposed to do as a fan? You're going to resort to headcanon. You absolutely are, because otherwise you resort to insanity. So that's really your options. It goes, but the mail continues. It says, but what people seem to often ignore is how much of that headcanon happens to almost perfectly align with managerial changes or editorial directions. Yeah, for sure. Most of the Marvel fans who use headcanon do it pretty broadly. Some will decide the 90s never happened because misogyny, and some will say, I don't really acknowledge the diversity era as canon. Yeah, that's unfair. You got to either you take it all or but well, anyway. You got to kind of pick, right? In Star Wars, so the mail continues. In Star Wars, people have separated Lucas canon from Disney canon, although it's kind of funny that Mandalorian worked its way into Lucas canon because Filoni is on it. Yeah, well, people are hypocrites. That's the reason why. That's the reason I on that one. I guarantee you, though, if Mandalorian, like what are we on? Season 3 came out, and like in the first episode, Mandalorian came out and goes, the origin of my reason to do what I do is because I wanted to fight white supremacy, and also I am gay. Suddenly, everybody would be like, fuck it, that's Disney canon, not Lucas canon anymore. No, we don't claim that. They would turn on it instantly. It would be comedy. Ironically, all the people are like, the Mandalorian is perpetuating toxic masculinity. But suddenly, like, this is the greatest show ever. That's how it works. All right, the mail's almost done, and I keep interrupting. It says, I wonder if some writer or editor will ever have a moment where they realize that their name, not diversity, is the common denominator on stuff people eliminate from their headcanon. No shit. Well said. Are editors and such aware that people actually do notice the different management eras, like people largely are fond of Jeff Johns running creative at DC, not so much after he left? Is this something management are aware of? I'm sure they are. Okay, that's where the mail ends. I'm sure management's aware. I'm sure they don't like it. So there's a big difference between I'm aware this is happening and I'm going to pretend this doesn't happen because it makes me feel insecure inside, and then my unit crawls up inside of my body and I roll into a little ball on the floor and cry myself to sleep. There's a big difference between those two. I think that I'm given all kinds of lots of cool visual images in this one. Look, I think definitely people are aware. And on some level, they're very resentful of it. It's why you have like Dan Didio making comments about, screw those, those reproduction comics we were doing. It's unfair that the cool new genius ideas I have are getting outsold by comics that came out in the 80s. That's a bunch of bullshit. Stop selling those comics in the 80s. Now, clearly, that's a terrible business decision. I think hopefully you want money. You want money above all else. And the sign of a good leader there's a lot of attributes, and this isn't the only one. It's not the sole one. But if you're a leader who is willing to abandon your pet projects and your personal interests and needs because it's clear that you are not in the majority and the business is elsewhere, that is a good leader. That's a leader who's comfortable and self-secure and is pleased with the size of their dick or whatever it happens to be. They're okay, and they're all right. They do not need everyone to think like them. To me, it always feels like a bit of maturity. I've met a lot of mid-level managers, senior managers, and everything else, and there's always this: the ones that refuse to accept reality are the ones that they will cling on to their idea, and it's like, no, the children are wrong. No, the comic fans are wrong. And unfortunately, right now, because there's so little money in comics, it's very easy for people inside of it to go, I don't care if this is a bad business decision or not. I want what I want, and I'm going to push this. And there's a lot of that in comics right now. Because the problem, and I don't talk enough about this in videos, is there is not a reward for doing well. I mean, there is a little reward. The reward is that you get a name out there, and you're more well known, and you can, in theory, get more work down the road. But if the work is all low paying, that's not the best reward. It's good. You don't turn that away, but it's more about your ego than about your wallet. And your ego is great. You need to stroke that every now and then, but your ego being constantly rewarded only works if either A, you happen to be married to the person who's actually making you all the money in the family, or B, you are living like a slob in poverty and you have no real ability or hope of making money, so your ego is all you got. And I think with a lot of these decisions that get made, there's no money involved. So it's like, yeah, I'm perfectly willing to dodge Canon wherever I need to promote the stuff I like. But the reality, and you as the letter writer are completely right, the majority of fans who are kind of picking and choosing what they like and what they don't like usually corresponds with, runs of management. A lot of people who are longtime comic readers, definitely in canon, is the Jim Shooter era of Marvel. Those, the comics ran like a train on time every month, and there was a mechanism and a mechanic to it, and that a lot of people liked that era. And then as editorials changed, and then writers changed, and there was this cascading effect of, first editorial changed, and a lot of the writers changed, and things kind of cycle through. Then things, maybe you don't like that new era as much. That's a key factor. I think I don't know. To me, on one hand, I think if you are reading comics and you're going to live and die by canon, then you do have to be honest with it and admit that you don't control the canon. The company does. So that means you take the good with the bad. And sometimes there's a lot of good and sometimes there's a lot of bad. If you're going to be more in the camp of, I'm just going to kind of read what I enjoy, and I'm going to care about the stuff I enjoy, and I'm not going to care about the stuff I don't, then I think you're in a different world, and frankly, I would say a much healthier world of, the canon that applies is what you like, and that, it's your choice, and as long as you're not a maniac and you basically are willing to admit that, yeah, there's some other comics out there you don't particularly like, and they do exist, and you're not going to pretend that they don't. You like what you like, and you leave it at that. So it's up to you. But anyway, it's an interesting thing. All I know is, in all of this, Diablo Online is the video game of choice for viewers of the Perch channel. If you are enjoying an Arby's sandwich right now, then you are clearly not, made to play the awesomeness that is Diablo. You're probably some kind of weird, multi-stroke victim, can't even hold a controller in your hands. You don't know what you're doing. I know that's not in bad taste. But you know what's not in bad taste? Arby's. No, I'm just kidding. Arby's is totally bad taste. What's not in bad taste is Diablo Online. Send me my check, bastards. Thanks for listening.